Okay, hello. Let's put you guys on. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's food. My name is Maximilian Hedel, and today we're gonna make curry. One of my favorites, and probably yours too if you're watching. First of all, I want to say that you have to prepare your rice first, or your potatoes or pasta, and then after that you can go right along and cook along with me. So after that is done, the rice is washed. I wash it a couple of times, like 5 times, up to 6 times, until the water is a little bit clear. So it's a little bit more loose and the rice separates a little bit more better. But now we go into the curry, the biggest main part of this show today. So I want to make my curry today with a few ingredients only. We're gonna start with the chicken, and we're gonna take off the bones of the chicken, and we're gonna take off the skin, and we're gonna use that skin to use as an oil for our curry. So I'm gonna put this aside, and then I'm going to take the chicken already, and then we can start. There we go, chicken is here. So I have this new setup. I'm not sure if it's gonna work 100%. There we go. I hope you guys can see that. There we go. Okay. So we want to start with the chicken first. So what you do, you take off the skin. Very easy. You put your finger where the meat is and the skin, and you just pull it off, just like that. There we go. We can put that aside. We're gonna do that with all 4 of them. There we go. Okay. One more chicken. So we just pull off the skin. It's quite easy actually. There you go. And this, we're just gonna toss it in our pan already that we're going to use later. So for the chicken, I hope my audio is good. Hi everyone. Can you hear me good? No answer. It's quite slow, right? Yeah. So we're gonna start by deboning the chicken. We just took off the chicken skin. If you didn't saw it, rewind, and then you can see it how I did it. So we're gonna take it off. I hope you guys can see it very well. So what you want to do, you want to take a knife, a sharp knife, as sharp as you have, and you want to make an incision in the middle. And just feel the bone. There's a bone and you have to touch the bone. Yeah? You can see it right here. So you make an incision here. Here is good. So you make an incision where the bone is. Then you slide it like this, and then you take the tip of your knife and you want to slide it on the bone. Just like that. And then you will see the bone come out. The bone will look like this. Like that. Then what you want to do, you want to poke the point in the middle of underneath the bone. So right around here. So underneath, and then you want to slice it until it comes off. And then your bone should come off like that. Okay? Then you have the bone. Then you're just gonna cut down. Cut it down on the sides, just like that. There you go. This is good for a soup. We're gonna toss that in the chicken curry as well, just to give it flavor. So that is our fillet. You can cut this up already in your bite sizes. I will cut it in 4 pieces. So in 4 pieces. We'll put that on my plate. There we go. So while that is going on, so we are prepping the chicken. We can actually already put on our pan. I don't know if you guys can see my pan. Let me see. Let's take this off. So we have the pan here, and we're going to put it on already. So the chicken fat that we just removed from the chicken will render down as the fat, so we don't have to put oil in the pan after. So let's put that on. On medium heat, like a 4 on a scale of 10. Okay. Okay, next chicken. So again, we're going to make an incision where the bone is with the point of our knife. So we have it here. Wait, did I show it? Just keep going. Thank you. Let's show you the guys that. There you go. So here's the bone. There you go. You can see it here. And then we're gonna turn it around, and again slide the bone. Slide on the bone. You just want to make it free so you can see the whole bone. Don't touch your fingers, just touch the meat. Okay. So just slide around, and then you have the bone here. Right here. Then what you want to do again, you want to go underneath the bone in the middle, and you want to slide it, and then just cut it loose. Just like that. And then you can take off the bone. You can just pull it. Actually, you can pull it right off, but there is this hard part here, that white hard part that you want to remove. So there's a white hard part here. You want to remove that because that, if you bite on it, it's not delicious. So we're going to put this later in our chicken curry for extra flavor. So cut this up in bite sizes. I would say 4 pieces will be a perfect. If you're late, no worries. Just go back and rewatch how I did the chicken. The most important part is that you take off the skin and that you butcher it right. So again, we're gonna put a point of a knife here where the bone is. So we have a little incision, and then we want to turn it around and just slide the bone again with the point of our knife. Just slide on the bone so it comes loose. And don't touch your finger or anything, just the meat. Don't forget to put your chicken skin on the pan and let it render down. Okay, there we go. Now you can see the bone very good. Now we're going to remove it again. So we're going to put it in the middle and just disconnect everything. And then you can pull the bone. And then you want to remove this last part, that hard part, because it's not good to eat. And later we're going to use this again for our curry. Cut them in 4 pieces. I mean in 8 pieces. There we go. So I'm making my recipe for 4 people, but you can easily eat that with 2 as well, or you can put that for the next day. You can make it less, you just do half, you do 2 pieces of meat. So again, slide on the bone, turn it, slide it on the bone. Very easy. Just slide it. Then you can see the bone. You see the bone. Then you turn it. You go under it. And it comes right off. And we pull it until we see the white part, and then we cut the white part off. There you go. Okay, cut this in pieces again. There we go. Okay, I hope I'm not too fast for you guys. Let me know in the comments. So we put this aside, that's for later. But that's cut already. I'm gonna clean everything up here, and then we're gonna do our like garlic, ginger, and onions. I'm gonna put this for a while in the fridge. You're gonna use that in 5 minutes. You don't have to put it, but I will just do it for now. And maybe you wanna wash your hands. So, I'm going to remove this and clean that. Okay, I hope you guys can see well. If you want that I zoom something in, just let me know. I'm going to zoom one camera in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. There you go. Okay. Don't forget to render your chicken fat, right? It has to render down. Okay. Let's start with the onion today. My knife. Okay, hope you guys can see that. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bowl. That's my trash bowl. Okay, so what we want to peel the onion first. So I'm going to cut this end off. I will not need it. And then I'm going to cut it in two like this. You see it? With the end, I'm going to cut it in two. There you go. You have two pieces. What you want to do is peel that one skin off. So there's one skin right here. Okay, you can just peel it off. Hope you guys see that. You can just peel it off. Okay, the other one as well. So, I'm just going to cut them very roughly. They don't have to be too very fine. But we want them to be a medium-sized cube, right? Clean it off. So, you want to take your onion, yeah? And you actually don't need this. So you want to cut it on a 45 degrees, just like that. Cut it off, and then you can throw that away. That one as well, 45 degrees, and you want to cut it off. Okay. So what you want to do with the onion, very easy, because you can see they have like layers and layers. So what we're going to use the layers to make it more easier for us. So we're going to cut it, we're going to put it like this. So the end and the front is going like that. And we're going to just cut it like that. Cut it. We're not going to touch the knife yet. Just going to make it easy. Just like that. Okay. And then we're going to turn it for, 90 degrees. I'm going to turn it 90 degrees. And then we're gonna cut it again. Same motion. Just gonna cut it like that. I know this is very beginner. Oops. Can turn the oil a little bit lower. There we go. Let me actually turn that a little bit around. There you go. So you can see that the oil is rendering down very nicely. All this oil, we're going to use that to make our curry. It doesn't have to be hot. So number 2 on a scale of 10 is perfect. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do this again. So down part and up part like that, and then we're gonna slice it like this. Just your tip there and go down. Tip there and go down. Tip there and go down. Okay? Again, 90 degrees, and we're gonna do that again. Like so. There we go, that's our onion. That's good. We don't need to do anything anymore with that. Now we're gonna take our garlic. We need, for the portion that I'm making, we need about 3 to 4. I'm gonna do 3. 3 garlics. There you go. 3 to 4 is good. I'm going to peel that. How to peel it? Very easily. I'm going to show it here. So you want to do, you twist it, 1, 2, and then you can peel it right off. Very easy to peel off. Let's do that. Peel it off. You can also smash it on your surface, but I saw a lot of people making accidents with it. I'm not saying everybody, but there are people who make accidents with it. I feel like this is the most safest. Again, take it, twist it. 1, 2. You need to hear like a crack. Then you can peel it off. Peel that off. If you have any questions, put it in the comments so I can answer them. So again, I want to twist it. 1, 2. There we go. Okay. So now that the garlics are peeled, we're going to put them with the end part to your not cutting side. And then we're just going to slice them up very roughly, just like that. You don't have to touch your knife, just be slow and careful. You want them to be not too thin, but also not too thick. So like a millimeter to less than a millimeter is perfect. I'll put that aside. I'll do that with all 3 of them. Just go slow. In some countries they take off the middle. Today we don't need to take it. We want actually quite spiciness and flavor in the garlic today. So we're going to leave everything in there. Just take your time and watch your fingers. There we go. That's good. That's our garlic. Then one more thing, ginger. So we will not need a lot of ginger. You can peel them very easily with a spoon, but I'm going to do the easy way for me. Gonna cut off a part, like so. Don't need that anymore. And I'm just gonna cut around it. It's a little bit wasteful. It's a little bit wasteful, but I feel it's more easier than taking a spoon sometimes, because ginger has those different kind of edges and cranks in them. So it's not always the easiest with a spoon, but you can do it, definitely. Almost gone. So, depending on how spicy you want your curry to be, is how thin you want to cut these. Do you want to leave them in there, or do you want to take them off after? It's also a consideration you have to think of. I always cut them big, so I can remove them after. So let's do that. I'm just gonna do like big pieces, like that. Hope you can see that, big pieces. They're like almost 3 millimeter. There we go. More. There you go. So I have my ginger ready as well. So we have onions, garlic, and ginger. Okay, move this aside. And move this aside. We will need that later. I'm gonna put my pan where it should be now, so you guys can see everything. Okay, there you go. I will move this up a little bit so you guys can see better. There we go. Hope you can see everything. Okay, so you can see that the chicken is a little bit rendered down. You can render this down more, so you can make it even more. That the skin is so crunchy and everything. Let's do that. We're gonna crank it up a little bit. And what you want is something that you can take it with, like a little spatula or a big spatula, whatever you have at home. And you just want to turn it on the side that is not crunchy yet, that's not brown yet. Let's do that. Watch out, it spatters, okay? If you're scared for spatter, put your fire a little bit lower. That way you can make it much better. So it doesn't spatter in your face. These make crunchy snacks so good. They're so good. So good. Okay. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put already my onions in there and let that caramelize a little bit while these are still in there. So let's do that. Take my cutting board. Oh, quite heavy. Just gonna slide it in there. If you don't have so much space on your cutting board, don't worry. You can always use a plate or a bowl to put it for a while. I have a quite big cutting board, so I have the space for everything. Okay, we just want to do that on low fire. Okay, just put it on low fire. So, what we can add here is already some sugar. Let's say 1 teaspoon of sugar. That helps the caramelization. And we can already actually add 2 spoons of curry powder. Or, yeah, 2 teaspoons of curry powder. There you go. And we're going to take a nice spatula, call that. And we're going to mix everything up. It's okay if the skin gets a little bit curry flavor. That's no problem. You can take it off if you don't want that. But that will just render down, and we will take it off in the after everything is done. Okay. So we're going to let that for a bit. We can put it a little bit higher. What we want is a little bit color on the garlic On the onions, sorry. A little bit garlic. The onions are garlics. There we go. Make sure that you have a big enough space in your pot or pan. I'm using a wok because I have the space then and it's a non-stick. But you can use anything as long as you have enough size to put your chicken. Make sure that you can put your chicken, that you put your milk or your cream or your coconut milk, that you can put some bouillon and water as well. If everything fits, that's the size you should have. If not, you should change it right now. You should not make it so difficult for yourself. Okay. That's a little bit nice, okay. So I'm going to add my ginger as well already. So my ginger goes in there. I'm not going to put my garlic yet because garlic tends to burn very fast. We're just going to put our aromatics. Okay, keep stirring it so it doesn't burn. And you can really smell it, the curry. Such a good smell. Let that sizzle a little bit. Looks so nice. Okay, now we're going to add our garlic. It's the last part of this cutting board. I'm going to put that aside. There we go. And you want to just mix it up again. At this point, you want to add 2 more teaspoons of curry powder. Make sure you have enough curry powder. Don't forget this is for 4 people. If you're only making for 2, you always have to have everything. Okay? I always make for 4 because then you have food for the next day as well. Okay. You see that color? It's so beautiful. Okay. Now is the chicken time. If you're using chicken thighs, it's a little bit more forgiving than putting chicken fillet. If you're putting chicken fillet in this, I would recommend you to put that actually after we make the sauce totally. But because this is chicken thighs, they're quite forgiving, so I will just put them in now. So with the bones and everything, I'm just going to toss that in here. And now you want to add your salt to everything. So we're going to take some salt and we're going to salt this. How much salt? Let's say 1 teaspoon and a half. Like that. You're going to want to put some pepper on it. You can put that right now. Put some pepper. Okay. Go. And then we're going to mix everything up. So don't forget, at the end we're going to remove the skin and we're going to remove the ginger. Okay, we're going to let that color up a little bit. Going to make some room here, going to clean a bit. There we go. Okay. And everything around. Okay, So they're not fully cooked, but that's perfectly fine. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna add the coconut milk or the cream, whatever you have. So for 2 is 250 and for 4 people is 500 milliliters. I love it with cocoa, but if you're allergic, you can use anything. You want it to be quite creamy though. Cashew milk also goes very well with it. I like that nutty flavor of the coconut. So you want to cook it, you want to put everything there. You want to mix it up. So I say for 4 people, 4 spoons of curry will be fine. For 2, it's only 2 spoons curry will be fine. And we're going to put some chicken bouillon later, and that will really bring everything good together. So the only thing what we want to do is stir it very nicely so that everything goes together. And then we'll bring this to a bowl and then we will simmer it down. Okay. So I hope you could follow with my steps. If it's a little bit too fast, always let me know so I can slow down everything. Just going to stir it a little bit so it doesn't burn or whatever. Okay, so what you can do now is maybe give it a little try. Just a little bit. Take a little spoon, don't burn your tongue. I always burn my tongue on this part. Wait a little bit, you can blow it. Okay, so it's not too salty yet, it's not too sweet. Okay, you can taste the flavors, but it's still quite mild. Okay. If you want a little bit spicy, you can always add something to your own liking, like chili, or chili oil, or chili flakes, or whatever you like. I wouldn't go to take Tabasco or something because that will change the taste totally. But like something with chili or cayenne powder, perfectly fine. So that is very nice. The color is getting good. Everything is coming together. So you want this to boil a little bit actually, so that the flavors mix together. Sometimes you want to even cook it for a little bit longer, like 2 hours. Then you will get the separation from the milk and the fat. That is really good. But to make it simple today, we're just going to make it very simple, not too long. 40, 45, 30 minutes. That's max. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's boiling. We're going to put it a little bit lower now. So it was on a number 8 on 10 from the heat, and now it's around like half of that, like a 5, 4, something like that. And now we're going to add the taste that we want. But before we put the salt, we're going to add the bouillon first. So let's take the bouillon. It depends on what you have at home. I still have a little bit of chicken stock from what I have made. But you can use chicken bouillon blocks. I like chicken because it's with chicken, but you can do it with beef, with anything as well. I'm just gonna add, not too much. If you have a bouillon, I would say 1 block, and you add like 250 milliliters of water. That should do the same what I'm doing right now. Because it's quite intense, my bouillon. Okay. There you go. And now we're going to let that cook a little bit longer. At this stage, I'm actually going to take off my skin. We don't need that anymore in there. So I'm going to take, you can do it with a fork, with whatever you have. If you don't want your skin in it and stuff, you can always take it off before to eat them as a crispiness. I'm not going to use them today to eat because I have made so much chicken lately, but you can totally do that. Okay, think I have 4 chickens, so 4 skins. That's good. And then after we're gonna take off the bones, but we're gonna leave them for now because that's a lot of flavor. Okay. I'm just gonna check again. I'm gonna taste everything. Let's taste it. It's gonna be a little bit watery, but it will go down, right? I'm gonna let that steam a little bit. Okay, now the flavor is getting there. Still needs a little bit salt. It still needs a little bit sugar. So I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar. I would say another teaspoon would do the trick. Another teaspoon. There you go. That will do the trick. And I'm gonna add a little bit salt already. But it's gonna be a little bit more saltier because when it goes down, all the water evaporates. It will be much better. But I'm gonna add already a little bit because I know it's gonna be, still need a little bit. So I just added like 40, let's say 1 teaspoon. I added 1 teaspoon of extra salt. Okay. So now the only thing you want to do is cook this up until it becomes a little bit more thicker, and then your curry is actually pretty much done. That's what we're going to do right now. Yeah, cooking, the waiting is the hardest part, right? Yeah, so the rice is cooking. I hope it's gonna be done when the sauce is gonna be done as well. I was quite scared for that. That's why I started doing my rice already before the video. It's always a good idea to make your rice the first thing. So don't forget that. Okay. The smells are so good, right? At this moment, if you have any kind of vegetables, you want to put them already right now. It depends on what you have, of course. If you have some carrots, you can put them in right now because they need quite a while to cook down. And it depends also how big you cut them. It goes very well with pumpkin actually, as well with green peas. Can put some bamboo. Can put a lot of different vegetables go very well with curry. Broccoli, very nice and very contrasting with the colors, like green, yellow, maybe some paprika for the red. You can play with it, right? This is just a little guide. You can add whatever you want, make it your own. But then you're not alone cooking this. And you have some instructions if you don't really know how to make it. Okay, it's going to take a while actually. I think like 5 minutes and then it's done. So I'm going to crank it up. For me, you can just do it slowly. I'm going to crank it up just for video purposes. And I'm always trying to go under it to make sure that it doesn't stick or whatever. Yeah, let me know what you think about this video. If you're until now here with me watching and cooking, then please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. That's a little bit too hard. Yeah, let me also know in the comments what you think about these videos, if they're informative, if you want more information, more details, that sort of stuff. At this moment we're pretty much done with the sauce, but I'm going to add one extra ingredient, and that's fish sauce. Actually, a lot of Thai curries, they use fish sauce in their curries, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's see, so you can use any brand. You don't need a lot of it. It's quite smelly, but it's good to have at home. I'm just gonna add like 2 teaspoons of it. That should be pretty enough. Pretty enough. Okay. Going to mix everything up again. Yeah, the smell of fish sauce, not everybody likes it, but the taste really brings everything together. Look at that. It's getting thicker. So, while I'm doing this, I'm going to look for the gingers. I know this is the difficult part. But not everybody likes to eat ginger. I don't really mind, to be honest. But there's some people who don't like it. And I always like to cook for more people so that people like what they're eating. All the vitamins are in the sauce anyway, so. And for the onions and stuff, you don't really have to put the onions. I do love onions. They give it a nice sweetness. They balance everything out a little bit. There we go. If you don't find everything, don't worry about it. It's just for the few big pieces. There's one more. There you go. I think that's almost done. I think that's all we had. 4 or 5 pieces. I think there's one more. There you go. Okay. So that's almost ready to eat. At this point you can choose already if you want to take off the bones. I'm going to do that. Well, you can leave them as long as you want. Just don't eat them. But they have a nice, give a nice flavor. That's how you make chicken bouillon anyway, so it's always good for the bones to be there. Normally I always keep them up, save them up for a couple of bones, and then I make a big stock of chicken. If you want to know how to make a stock, just let me know in the comments as well. Then we're going to make our stock. I don't know if I'm going to do that a live one, because a live version, because it takes quite a long time to make good stock. Remove that. I think 4 we had, huh? Okay, that should be it, huh? Yeah. Okay. So, that's aside. Stir everything up again. Yeah, the waiting part is probably the hardest part about cooking. And don't forget, the longer you cook something, the more intenser and the more softer something gets. Normally, with the right stuff, right? For example, if you take an aubergine and you cook it for 5 hours, you will you will probably not have an aubergine left anymore. Yeah, what do you think about these live sessions? Would you prefer like short videos? I like it cooking with you guys, so you guys know what it's like, how long it takes. But if you just want to do it fast and want to know how to do it, I guess I can just crop them down one time and just make a simple versions of them after the live versions. Let me know. There are more people watching now. I'm so happy. Okay, I'm going to cook this as long as possible, as long as my rice will take. I don't think it will it's that long still. I think it's almost done. So, and then we're going to serve it. You can serve it with some parsley, fresh parsley on top. Can do whatever you want. Go crazy, experiment, enjoy. What time is it? Yeah, we've been almost cooking for 1 hour again. I guess all what I'm doing is going to be 1 hour from now on. Yeah, and I hope the more people watch this, the more people we can go, that we can talk a little bit together, enjoy it a little bit more. Because right now it's still a little bit, it's a few, but it's already getting there. I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. So, look at that. Let's get nice and thick. I'm gonna try it again, just to make sure that nothing is missing. Let's try it again. Don't eat it right away. I always burn myself on this moment. Oh, so good. Actually, I want it a little bit sweeter for me, so I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar, just for me. That's it. Like 1 more teaspoon. I like it quite sweet, salty. You can put a little bit spice in it as well. Gonna put it very simple today. But normally you can add some nice chili. Really like that. Actually, we have fresh chili in the fridge. I might add it. I might. I'm actually going to do it. Do we still have fresh chili? We do. But I'm not going to cook that for a long time, and I don't need a lot. So I'm gonna cut this up very fast. So I have a little piece of chili. No, you don't need that, no. But I want a little bit spicy, a little bit, just a tiny bit. There you go. Okay. After all this blah blah blah. Yeah, guys. Let me know also what you want to cook next. For next. I think I'm gonna post again in 2 days a live session. So I'm still brainstorming about what I'm going to cook, but I have cooked now 3 of my favorites. Oh, that's the bell. That's the rice. So good. So good. Rice is done. Okay. So you can leave the chili as long as you want, how spicy you want it. Gonna turn this off. Turn off. Boom. Gonna turn this off. Gonna serve myself first a nice bowl of rice. Let's do this. A nice bowl of rice. A nice bowl. Whoa, that's so light. A nice bowl of rice. There you go. Can you see that? See that? Oh yeah. A nice bowl of rice. Okay, guys. Thanks, Lingua. Okay, so I guess you guys don't need this part anymore. Let's remove that. There we go. I'm still going to keep that for a bit. Going to take a nice this one. Okay. So what I want, some chicken. What should I do? Just gonna put that around. If you want a little bit thicker, you can always add some maizena or put some, how do you say that again? Could put some flour with butter, roux, in there. Let's clean that up. I'm gonna add my chili on top. Or maybe not. Just going to leave it like that. But I have some parsley flakes here. And I'm gonna add some of those. There we go. To have a little bit of color. And there we go, guys. A bowl of curry. Let's remove this. We don't need this one anymore. And then here. It's a thumbnail. Right? Wow. That smells so fragrant. So freaking delicious. Okay guys, let's dig in, let's try it out. Let's see if this is really, if it's food, right? That's the theme of this channel, it's food. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. Let's try it. So a little bit of chicken, sauce, some very nice cooked rice actually, if I say so myself. Huh? Rice cooker? Okay, let's try this. Mmm. Mmm. That's some chicken curry for sure. Wow, so much going on there. For a simple curry, it's so good. Guys, this is definitely food. Approved. Okay. So, for next time, I see you guys. Don't forget to subscribe underneath and hit the bell icon for the next live session. It will be probably this Friday or Thursday or Wednesday around the same time, 6 p.m. Yeah, I will see you guys soon, and thank you for watching. Thank you for staying here for so long, and yeah, thank you. Bye bye.